you guys left the bottling room after kind of gathering yourselves, taking a short rest, looking around a little bit. You turned off the valve in the bottling room, so that's been shut off now. You walked into the next room and you found yourselves in this large stone, almost palatial long hall with all these beds in it, and a guard was there, and you guys managed with a freaking nat 20 to convince this guy that you were just there as potential customers going on a tour and that Luna was there as your guide. And so you guys walked around a little bit. He explained to you that this is essentially their most premium service that they offer to the wealthiest of the wealthy so that they can be put basically into a permanent dreamlike state. And basically what he explained is that they pay a monthly subscription to be in this state, and they're told that at any point they can opt out. But once they're in that state, they're in this like comatose state, and so they don't really have a way to opt out. So these people then enter into this long, very expensive monthly subscription fee, which they really can never get out of. And basically, it just allows them to go into this dream and forget all their most painful memories forever. And so for these nobles that maybe have difficult pasts, it's the service they're willing to pay for. So it's something that this is the extreme measures that the hand wanted to go to that they never were able to before. But now that Velrath is gone, they have finally expanded into this new market segment. And as that was unfolding and that conversation was being had, you guys started to dig in. Ez had a quick conversation with the isopod, who informed him that he did not really want to be there. He wanted to be back in the ocean, and that the way they had gotten him in here was by damming up a massive wall to an underground sea cave. And if they could break that wall, then the sea would come rushing back in and he could be underwater again, and he would be happy about that. And Ghana was trying to invite them all in, get everyone close, show them something. And when Ez explained all of this to Ghana, he lost his train of thought, and in a moment of panic or uncertainty or whatever, he used form water to splash some of this potion, this concentrated potion, in the face of one of the guards, which of course, then all trust was gone. The guard and the other two kobolds jumped into a reactive position. Everyone prepared for combat, and that is where we pick up for today. You guys are in this room and everyone has just braced for combat. Go ahead and roll for initiative for me.
10.
10 is Ghana.
17. Woot woot.
And Ghana got an 8.
8. Awesome. Okay. So first up here, let me move this. I'm gonna move things around just so I'm looking more towards you guys. Great. So first up here is going to be the scientists, the little kobold scientists, and they look at you, and they are not thrilled that you've messed with their stuff, but they're going to try to be a little bit careful, and so they are going to. You see that they both one. I guess one has to go before the other. So one of them turns, and he takes a thing out of his pocket that has like a little valve on it, and he opens the valve, and you see that a gas starts to come out of it, and you don't necessarily know what it is, but it's some kind of gas. And as it reaches your nose, it starts to. It stings, and it's like not nauseating. And so
Is this the one by Ghana or the one by Doc?
This is.
If it's the one by Ghana, remember I have a held action against them. Which
Well,
will
it
go
could be
off
whichever
before
one,
they can.
But let me pick they're both going to go one after the other, but we need to give these
Right.
guys names.
Ooh,
They
here
need
we
to have
go.
names.
Phineas and Ferb.
Mercs and Gurks. With an X.
Koboldius and Curb.
Koboldius Maximus Aurelius. Bold.
Koboldius and Curb. There we go. Koboldius and Curb. The one that's
love
going
that.
first is Curb. And he releases this smell. And so let me look at this again. It is anyone within 15 feet. So that's going to be Ghana and that's going to be you, Doc.
Okay.
You
Does it
must make
affect allies?
a Constitution saving throw. It does not affect his allies. So you need to make a Constitution saving throw with a DC of 13.
Okay. That's a 12, so I did not do that.
Okay. What about you, Doc? Sorry, Ghana.
That's a 7.
Ooh. Okay. So he releases this smell, and neither of you expected this, right? You've only seen these guys deal with like explosives, and so all of a sudden this gas is coming out, and you both get it. It gets in your faces and nose, and you take 21 damage.
Holy moly. Good thing I
Guys would
used
be
8
almost dead.
earlier.
You would be. And he just kind of smiles and looks at you guys. Didn't it touch our patience? And then the other guy is going to try something a little bit different. He is going to. Well, he wants to cast an attack. So this is going to trigger your response
Yes. So as
before he can
as
cast his
he
attack.
he senses he's about to do something, Ez just kind of like snaps his fingers, and it's almost like an echoing snap throughout the room. And he just kind of big old grin. What's so funny? And then the kobold is just gonna hear like this, like that childish laughter in like horror movies. Then
Mhm.
echoing throughout like the room is just gonna be this childish laughter, just like as if a kid is running around laughing and giggling. And he has to make a Wisdom 16 saving throw. DC 16.
A Wisdom saving throw, DC 16. Okay.
Yes.
Well, let me give him the D4.
Yeah,
he
the enemy
failed
does
that.
have a D4. Mhm. Use
I
it.
gave it to him and he still failed.
So he is now prone, incapacitated for the duration. If
Okay,
the,
what's the
if he
duration?
gets hit with an attack, he can make the save again.
Okay. Great. So,
Unless he
so
has
he's
an
basically
intelligence
just like
score of
stunned
4 or
by
less.
this.
Yeah, incapacitated. So he literally can't do anything. He's just laughing
Amazing.
on the ground
Okay.
uncontrollably.
Ah, okay. So he
Yeah,
just
so,
goes
so
into this
it says
fit
a
of
creature of your
laughter,
choice you can see
completely
within range
incapacitated.
perceives everything as hilariously funny and falls into a laughter or a fit of laughter if the spell affects it. So,
I see.
and then if someone hits
Amazing.
him, then he makes the save again.
So he just starts pointing at you guys that just got damaged and pointing at the guards and pointing at everything. And he's just cracking up, can't stop laughing. Great. Okay, that's the 2 kobolds. Ez, it's your turn now.
And then what's the incapacitated condition again? Is that another that it's like advantage on attacks, or is it auto crit, or what is it? Let me see. Sorry, I should have
we can
looked up ahead of
double
time.
Incapacitated, I do believe, is automatic crit.
Okay.
I believe they fail all saving throws.
An incapacitated creature can't take actions or reactions. That's it.
Oh. It's not considered the paralyzed condition?
If it's incapacitated,
on.
at least the text says an incapacitated creature can't take actions or react.
Oh, okay.
If you're paralyzed, you're considered incapacitated. But if you're
Oh,
incapacitated,
but it's not. It's
you're
the
not
opposite. Okay,
considered
that's the
paralyzed.
confusion.
Okay.
That's the
Yeah.
that's the confusion. Okay.
So
Perfect.
he just
I mean,
can't
still
take
works for me.
actions or reactions. Yep.
Works for me. So then Ez is going to. So sorry, I got marked that I did that. Okay. So then Ez is gonna again, the smirk's still going, the childish laughters start to dissipate. He pulls out his 2 daggers and he's gonna go after the guard. Or wait, actually, hold up. I take that back. He's gonna pull out his longbow and he's gonna move. I forgot. I'm concentrating on that spell. So he's gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Longbow, and he's gonna attack the guard that is closest to Ghana. So that is gonna be. Gotta play smart. Probably doesn't hit. That's an 11. Yeah, it's an 11.
I'm pretty
Dice
sure you're
are
right,
not
but
like
let me
us
just
today.
make sure. Yeah, that misses.
All right, that says his turn.
What did you attack him with?
Oh, actually, makes I can't attack anyway because I already used my action to cast a spell. I apologize. I know how to play D&D.
No, that was
So,
a
It's a good thing
prepared.
that missed. Oh, right, that was prepared.
Spell.
Ah,
That was
Yeah,
your
that's a prepared
reaction.
there.
Yeah.
Nice.
What did you just attack this guy with?
Longbow.
Oh, your longbow. So you fire at him, and it just flies right by his ear and misses him. And goes, "Oh, what was that?" And he spins and turns at you. And it's now your turn, Doc.
Doc, as he is just retching, like, the worst noises you never want to hear on the internet. He just looks at this stupid little kobold with such disdain, and I guess he's got to run around one of these beds, right? So
Or
He
mantle
ru-
over it if you don't mind bothering a.
yeah, you know
comatose
what,
patient.
Doc? He just mantles over.
Unconscious person.
He mantles over the
Brushes
bed. And he I want to try to just knock him into the water.
I've been playing too much Fortnite. It's like who would ever go around something? You would just mantle things.
Go over, right? So I want to
Yeah,
just
exactly.
push this guy
You want to shove this guy?
straight into the liquid.
Do
Yeah,
it.
that's what I want to do.
If Ez was strong enough, that's what he would
So-
have done.
Would that be an athletics?
Your athletics.
Man, we keep
versus-
doing this,
or-
and I keep forgetting. It's an
Shove.
athletics for.
No, that's for grapple. For shove, it's contested strength.
Okay.
So
Yep.
just a normal strength saving. Okay. So
Either to
yeah.
knock them prone or push it away from you. You must make a strength athletics check contested by the target's strength athletics check or dexterity acrobatics check. So you make an
So-
athletics, and I'll have this
I,
guy
I make an
Same as grapple?
athletics. Okay.
shoving a creature. Oh,
Oh.
look, pulled it
How
up.
have you got
Well,
two
that's
nat 20s?
a nat 20.
How have
So
you got two nat
Jeez.
20s?
yeah.
What
Hot
is
dog.
this? What is
Nice.
this?
Last week we were having trouble, so
Well, I mean, on the off chance that this guy gets a nat 20, he did not.
I mean, the right things are
Um,
going. Shoot.
It feels like such a bully thing to do, but it's like you're doing the right thing. This is, bullying for justice.
Strategic.
Bullying
Yeah.
for.
Plus,
it
they
is
got rocks
strategic.
thrown at them already anyway.
Bullying for justice.
Yeah.
That's
Bullying for
that's
good. That's the new nonprofit you're gonna set up when you get back home.
Bullying for
you go over to
good.
Curb and you just bring your shoulders back. You're like 3 times this guy's size because you're like a pretty tall guy for a human, and he's a little old kobold, and so he's basically the size of like a child. And you just put your hands on each shoulder and with one swift shove knock him into this river, and he falls right into it. And we're gonna say he's essentially paralyzed by that experience. Or is there a better term for what do you call someone who's now unconscious? We'll just call him unconscious.
Incapacitate. It'd be incapacitated just like the other guy.
Well, being
Yeah, he's in this-
unconscious counts as being incapacitated.
Right, but
So he's
you
just
wouldn't
in
get,
this
like, the
pure
crit or whatever on
concentrate
that.
of this liquid, and he just immediately, you see first a smile come onto his face, and then his eyes just close, and he just kind of
Floating there.
leans back into it and falls asleep,
Accidentally
which is good
drowns.
because he's
Whoops.
big, strong. No, his head is kind of resting in the plants that are kind of growing along the edge of this little stream. He
On
looks pretty
cloud
happy,
nine.
all things considered. Yeah. Great. Okay. Do you want to do anything else with your turn? That's your action. You still have a bonus action if you want it. Kick him.
Is the tempted. Is the other guard who was already incapacitated, like, or splashed, does he look like he's getting ready to fight, or is he still in happy mode?
Man, that's a good question.
I'm here for happy mode.
You know, here's what I want to do. Ghana, can you roll a d20 plus your spell modifier and let me know. Basically, this is going to be how effectively did you splash this on his face? Did you get a ton of this stuff on his face, or did you kind of just get a small
my
splash?
wisdom modifier, or like my spell attack modifier?
Your spell attack modifier. It's higher, right? That's higher than your wisdom.
Yeah, my wisdom is 3, but the spell attack takes into consideration proficiency.
Right.
Okay, so rolling d20. That is a nat 1.
Oof.
So to answer your question, Doc,
Feast or
when this
famine.
splashed on his face, it's like, have you ever, whatever your non-dominant hand is, if you try to throw like a baseball, like I'm right-handed, if I try to throw a baseball with my left hand, it's really kind of a sad thing to watch. It was kind of like that. Like you saw the water like come up, and when it splashed on his face, it was just like, and like someone's flicking a little bit of water. So the guy like stumbled back and was bothered by it, but he is now like kind of shaking it off and seeing the combat around, and he is going to re-engage in combat.
I
After this
haven't
first turn.
rolled
Basically.
above a 10 yet tonight.
Well, Doc's stolen all your D20.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
apparently.
sorry.
And I accidentally typed
So
nat
he's
20
gonna
into the
lose-
chat, so our count's gonna be a little off. My apologies, guys.
He's going to miss one turn of combat, but then he will come back into combat after this first turn.
So
You
Doc,
can tell that he's
noticing
kind of getting his
that this guy is getting ready to fight, he uses his Ioun Stone, depletes it for today, and casts Shield of Faith on himself again, and
awesome.
heads over to tackle with this dude.
Killer. Okay. Ghana, it's your turn.
Oh boy. He is going to assume a spectral form as
Okay.
he takes on the constellation. I'm gonna say of the dragon.
Okay. What does that do?
Constellation of the dragon is anytime I make a concentration check that is below a 10, it is treated as a 10.
Oh, okay.
As well as any intelligence or wisdom checks are also treated anything below a 10 or is just treated as a 10.
You can't roll less than 10 on intelligence, wisdom.
On
or
intelligence,
concentration.
wisdom, and concentration, yeah.
Nice.
Dang. Okay. We did.
Solid.
Seeing as how
And
the
now you
dice are
look like
treating
a
me
dragon
today, I
concentration?
really need this.
Yeah. Yeah.
You now look like a constellation of a dragon. Is that right?
Well, I take on a spectral form with like constellation inside of me, but like at the center of my chest, it takes on like the form of whatever. So it's like, you ever see like one of those crystals that you put on the light and then like inside there's a picture?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
I just love that
basically-
this has
Bear,
now
Bear,
happened
you've
a
seen
handful of
Princess
times,
Mononoke,
and
right?
nobody has brought this up.
Hey, Bear, you've seen
Everyone
Princess
keeps challenging
Mononoke, right?
Ez. Yeah, no. I could totally picture this. It makes total sense to me. It's like the forest god at night.
Yeah.
But like, I'm just saying everyone keeps giving Ez a hard time for the magic he's been doing, and like, what was that all about? No one's been challenging Ghana at all of the fact that he just transforms into like the night sky with a dragon inside of his body, like he got a new Fortnite skin. Like,
But he's a
it's just-
mystic, you know. He's a mystic.
They're just like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's
and a
whatever.
druid, just like normal.
Yeah, you're just a mystic
It just
weird
comes with
guy.
the territory of having a druid with you. I do think Luna's a little thrown
Druids
by
do
this.
weird
She's just kind of
things.
staring at you. But okay, great. So you do that. What else?
And then Ghana is going to.
Shove a kobold.
No, this one's already incapacitated. This one's incapacitated. Seeing as how this one didn't work out quite as hot, he is going to attempt it again, but to throw it at this one. So
Okay, great.
I'll just make.
Then
a
do the
spell
same
attack
thing. D20 plus your
Yeah.
spell attack modifier. Yeah.
and hope that it goes a bit well.
Oh, there we
Okay,
go.
14 plus 6, so a dirty 20.
Noise.
14 plus 6, dirty 20. That'll do it. I think you splash the stuff on his face, and it renders him. He starts to like he like slouches down, and he's not as like completely unconscious as the kobold is, who's just sitting in the stream. But man, I don't know what to call this. I think we just call him incapacitated as well. He's also just kind of on cloud nine. He's just kind of stumbling around the room, kind of lost in the sauce here. And you just got Barty left. That's what he goes by. He doesn't go by Bartholomew.
Love it.
Do you have any bonus actions or anything you wanted to do?
That was transforming was my bonus action.
Oh, okay. So great. Then, well, okay. So Barty is going to take his turn, and he is going to let's have a lot of great options here. Poor dude. He's going to turn to you, Doc, and he is going to take a swing at you. So he pulls out his long sword and does a 19 hit.
It does not.
No, my attack, my armor class is 86.
Nope, 21 right now.
Okay, so he takes 2 swings at you, and both hit you, but they manage to, they just glance off your shoulders. What would have maybe otherwise done some damage, your armor is magically enhanced right now, and it just bounces him back, and he just looks frustrated and angry, and kind of shouts in frustration, and he's like, "Oh, look at what you did to Gleb, and to Curb, and to Koboldius. I can't let you do that." He has an accent now too, and he's very frustrated. But both of his swings miss. It is now back to the kobolds. They're both incapacitated and unconscious. They can only try to break out of that. The incapacitated one only gets to try to break out if he gets injured, right? Is it what you said?
Also, at the end of his turn, he can make a saving throw again.
He rolled a 2, so I think that's too low. So he is still laughing and cackling over there, and it is now back to you. Hold on. Yes.
Ez is going to move another 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Is this, well, first off, I should have asked, is this wall over here where he's at like too high for him to shoot over?
No, that's just like a railing, like a balustrade.
Then Ez is going to go after Barty, given that he's the only one that is currently not incapacitated. So he's going to let loose another arrow.
Long shot there. Go for it.
Geez, 9. I can't roll to save my life either.
Yeah, a 9 will miss.
There we go. Ez is out of the fight today.
Hey, I mean, you immediately incapacitated one of my stronger guys that I put in here and rendered him useless. So I wouldn't say you did nothing. Doc, it's your turn.
Doc just goes in to swing at this guy, spins around his trident, and goes for the shoulder. And how about a 25?
Yeah.
And so he does 6 points of damage. And then he swings it around again for that second hit.
That'll hit.
Yep. And he does 10 points of damage that time for a total of 16.
16 damage. Okay. So you managed to get 2 pretty good slices on this guy. And he's now bleeding a little bit and pretty frustrated. Do you want to do anything else? That's your action and bonus action, right? So
well, I don't know if that's the bonus action or not, but there's nothing else I really want to do right now.
That's all I want to do right now. Doing my trident at this guy.
Just get him.
Okay, then Ghana, it's your turn. Throw poison.
Seeing as how the 3 people around me are all kind of incapacitated at the moment. Mechanically wise, I'm going to go 5, 10. Just move that token off. And I'm going to jump over, but for flavor, you are going to see him just levitate over.
Right.
Because he is in spectral form. And as he's levitating over, he is once again going to grab some of the liquid and come up right next to Birdie. He goes, "This is not personal." And he is just going to shove it in his face.
Oh, you're not even gonna try.
I'm not even throwing it. He's just gonna see the little water orb.
Like
He goes,
someone
"This
putting
isn't
pie on
personal."
someone.
Just like a fishbowl on his head, but it's the liquid. Just bloop.
Man, I
just
guess
like
there still needs to
the little
be
water
a
ball,
dexterity.
just-
There's a chance he just moves out of the way, right?
I mean, I could still make a melee spell attack.
Yeah, I think that has to be the case, but I'm going to let you do it with advantage because he's been distracted by Doc and you're right there. So roll that with advantage. And basically, if you fail, it means he's dodging out of the way. Tell you what, this would have been a really...
Advantage of 13?
Ooh.
I rolled a 5 and a 7.
Wait, don't you have a minimum 10?
Not
That's
for
on
spell
saves.
attack. Yeah.
Oh.
Intelligence, wisdom, and con saves.
Yeah, our rolls are rough today.
So you just... so you walk over and you levitate over the water.
He just smacks
you
my
float
hand.
over and you come down. In my head, I'm imagining you use your trunk to pull some of the water up out, and you take your trunk and you walk right up to him and you just push it right up into his face. But he's just watching you do this whole thing, levitate and float over. And he's just dude, what the heck? And he dodges out of the way right at the last second and smacks your hand or your trunk or whatever out of the way. Stop doing that to me. And
Damn it.
you have a bonus action, I think.
I do. No one's taken damage yet.
Oh no, we took 21 points of damage, Ghana.
Oh yeah,
you
that's
guys
right.
took
You
a
guys got
sizable
knocked in. Yeah.
I'm telling you, it would have been a really
Your
tough
lungs
fight
are
if you didn't
currently
just immediately
melting.
incapacitate.
Yeah, so as he smacks my trunk out of the way, I'm like, that was not nice. As he's just gonna take his trunk, reach into his pocket, pull out a peanut, and put it in his mouth.
Great. It is his turn now. And so he is going to now try to take 2 more swings at you, Doc. Well, no, I think he's now annoyed that you just tried to put more of this potion in his face. So he's going to take a couple swings at you, Ghana.
Yeah, stop drugging people, Ghana.
Yeah, geez, dude. What the hey, dude? To quote Superman.
Not a crime until we
Um,
leave.
Does a 24 hit you?
Oh, gee, let me check my AC. 24 is
I mean, I'm used to
impossible.
fighting Doc now, where I could roll a 63, and he's
Yeah,
like,
I'm
nah,
not Doc.
I'm invincible. Okay, so he hits you with 1, and then
Druid,
also
not
does
a
a
paladin.
14 hit you?
A 14 does not hit me.
Great. Okay. So he takes 2 swings at you. The first one you kind of dodge. The second one he brings around and manages to get a little bit of a slice on your side. And he does some damage here. He does 8 damage to you.
There goes the
And
peanut
he's looking a
health.
little desperate. And we're back to the top. Kobolds get to try to get out of their thing. Fails again. He's still laughing. The other one's just sitting there in the lake or in the creek as it's back
He's
to
just
you.
on vacation. He's just on vacation. I hear their benefits for paid time off isn't that good here. So we gotta.
Yeah, he's gonna be
Get it where
submitting
he
a
can.
report to HR for this for sure.
All right, Ez is gonna do the same thing. He's gonna try to. Apparently, he can't hit the broadside of a barn today, but he's gonna try
And this
again.
guy's 60 feet away. That's a pretty hard shot to hit, and he hasn't been in
That's
the
a
forest shooting
16?
any animals for a little while.
16.
16. Ooh, let me see. 16 just misses.
Wait,
So
he's gonna
what
move.
that means though
10, 15,
is
20.
with a 60. Yeah, I mean you can start moving down to the end of the hall if you want to for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
great. Okay, so 16 just barely misses. And that means it's up to you, Doc. What do you want to do?
I guess we're gonna just try to incapacitate this dude. So let's just go for another hit.
Non-lethal, I'm guessing.
You can also, for what it's
Non-lethal.
worth,
Well,
this
that was
has
a nat
worked in
one.
previous rooms.
Whoa.
He's
Nat
the
one.
only one left in this room.
Now
You could
you're-
always
now
try
you're
to
catching up.
intimidate him into giving up.
Well,
You swing
I
and you roll a
swing
nat
and I
one?
completely miss.
Okay,
Nat
Ghana,
one.
what is
you
your?
have 2 attacks, right? You're a paladin.
I do.
multi-attack.
Can I make another one?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I mean, unless
first,
the
with
nat one stopped you.
Can you roll damage on your first attack?
Yeah, I can. Sorry.
Oh,
God.
jeez. Kills the guy in the bed right
10.
next to him.
How much? What?
10
did you get?
damage.
So half it, 5 damage.
Mhm.
Do you swing at this guy, and he like just pulls back right at the last second and dodges your swing, and you try to stop, but you nick Ghana on your way by, who's now collateral damage on your nat 1, and
Ooh.
deal 5 damage to him. So Ghana's not looking great. You got to be a little more careful. And you take your second swing.
Yep.
Much better.
That's a 23.
There you go. That'll hit him.
And I know I just clicked the. No, I didn't. Yes, I
Yeah.
did click the wrong button. Sorry.
Yeah.
As much as
then
we'd
of
like you to
course.
throw him through a wall.
Yeah, 8 damage. Non-lethal.
8 damage. Awesome. Okay.
Let's go.
Takes another 8 damage. Killer. All right. It's your turn, Ghana.
As Ghana gets stabbed with a
Just
trident.
nicked. Just nicked.
Oh, yeah. Hey, hey, Nick.
Slashed a little bit. Just lightly cut.
I wished to do this nicely, as he is going to reach his hand out now and cast Toll the Dead on him.
Okay.
Can you do magic nicely?
It's all about this art, behind the
All right.
action, right?
I mean, we'll find out, I guess.
I mean, a surgeon hurts to heal, right? So, he has to do a wisdom saving throw, as I recall.
Yes.
Yeah, he failed that. Failed that in a big way.
Right. Uh, 14 damage.
There we go. You see, as you do this, his head looks like it just got hit by a massive bell. He's just ringing like a gong, and looks pretty rattled by that. Are you doing anything else?
He is going to get on the opposite side of him so that he is no longer within melee range of a trident.
There we go.
Okay,
Big brain.
great, wonderful, good move. All right, it's his turn now. He's gonna take he's now just kind of wildly swinging. So he's just gonna take his sword out and spin around in a circle. He's gonna try and attack each of you. Doc,
Been to win.
16 to hit, that misses, right?
Nope.
And 10 to hit you, Ghana, that misses too, right?
Yeah.
So you both just duck as he spins around, tries to hit you both. And we're back to you as.
I feel like we're just having a wet noodle fight over
Yeah.
here, and when
As it's
eventually
just
this guy
5,
does go
10,
down,
15, 20,
Ez is
25,
just going to
30.
be on the other side of the room, like, guys, I let the isopod go.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Turns out the isopod is evil. You guys turn around and it just lands on you and crushes you. You're all dead. Frank brings you back. The new campaign is 2 of you are undead. The rest of you guys are. Anyway.
There is the reborn race. We could just switch our races to reborn.
See, there you go.
What are you doing, Ez?
Ez is
Gonna
doing the
fire
same
arrows
thing.
as
He's
you
gonna
keep
let
running?
loose. He's gonna run
Do it.
30 feet and nat 20'd. Feast or famine
You're just
this
pulling
game.
a Hawkeye, dude. You're just running down the hall and you just like jump, bullet time, pull it, you knock an arrow, fire it off, launch it across the room further than you've shot this whole campaign. The longest shot you've done. This is the thing, man. You specialize in long shots. Is now the established lore.
Apparently.
That's like what you've always trained in. So 60
apparently.
feet, dude. That's too close. That's too close for Ed.
I need to be
What you
120
needed to be at was-
minimum.
You're at much.
I need to be
well, you're
over
still at
60 feet.
but you're
I gotta be
so
over
far
60
away.
feet.
Yeah, you're over 60 feet. You jump, bullet time, let this arrow fly, and roll for damage. You get to crit.
Like, I'm imagining, like, you know, in the Olympics, they do that, like, side flip where, like, somehow their torso stays and they're, like, their feet, like, kick over them in, like, a side flip. That's, like, as
Yeah,
he's just,
while
like, the
you're
bow is
upside
totally
down, you fire
stationary, upside down, just, like, kick flips over and just bullseye. All right, so he is going to...
Yeah. And you have
So
to
it's a
tell me, just so I
crit.
know, because I don't know how much damage you're gonna do. Are you doing lethal or not?
Can
And
you
if you're
do
doing
non-lethal
non-lethal, I
with
need
an
you to tell me
arrow?
how you do non-lethal with an arrow. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
you
wondering.
that
can aim for a
crits.
shoulder, or
Yeah, you could aim
could
for
aim
his
for a
foot or
shoulder,
something.
or a leg, or a knee, or something like that.
With especially with a nat 20, you know.
We can
Okay,
always
so with a nat
stabilize them
20
if you shoot him in the face. It's fine.
It's fine if I shoot him in the face? Okay. No, it's
I
okay.
mean,
If you
so-
do lethal damage, it's straight up Princess Mononoke. This guy's arm is going off. Like,
so oh, that's good. So with the crit, he's gonna non-lethal, but kind of on that same track. Like after the last strike comes through where he like misses Ghana, the arrow's gonna like come through out of nowhere and just like take him by the wrist and like stab him into the railing behind him.
oh, it just pins him to the wall. There you
Or
go.
like pins him to the railing behind him, like through the wrist. And the damage is 10. Did that take into consideration? No, we don't double the 3. We just double the
The modifier. It's
yeah,
double dice.
so that is 10, 10
The 10
piercing
damage?
damage.
Perfect. That'll do it. Do you fire this? So you guys are fighting this guy. It's this weird kind of wet noodle fight. You're hitting a couple, but it's a lot of missing and just awkward fighting and slashing into each other. And all of a sudden you hear this whistling sound. And you, before you even have a chance to figure out where it's coming from, this arrow just flies right, threads the needle right between you guys, hits this guy right in the arm. And you just see him. He's just gone from in front of you. And you look over and he's pinned against the wall. And he just looks stunned for a moment. And then the pain of this sudden impact combined with everything else that's just happened, he passes out and he is now also incapacitated.
Bear the
After
vine.
that, Ez is gonna point to the kobold that he incapacitated with laughter. Get him first. Secure him first. My spell's about to end.
I think Doc would go over and pick up that little kobold and just place him in the water.
Dunk him. Yep, just dunk
Yep.
him.
Put him in
Dunk.
the water.
Put him in the water.
You
Yep.
guys take the
We're
2
baptizing
kobolds
him in isopod
and the 2
liquid.
guards, I would guess, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
dunk
the
him,
water.
dunk them all.
Just,
Dunk them.
just get them all in the water.
Do you? But you healed them too, I think, right?
Yeah, we made sure they weren't dying.
Well, this is the only one that took damage.
That's true. So anyone that was damaged, you healed. You put them all in the water. So they're just laying there very gently, but they're fully incapacitated out of the fight in this very potent
It's
potion.
like a lazy river. They're all just floating.
I know, it's the best.
And And you guys now, there's nobody else in this room other than all these unconscious, wealthy noblemen and noblewomen who are in this long row of beds. And the massive isopod at the end of the room. What do you want to do? Oh, and of course, I'm sorry, I don't know that I mentioned this when I described the room. But at the far end, on either side, kind of flanking the isopod, are two doorways leading into wherever, is kind of beyond this space.
Ez is going to keep making his way down to the isopod. And I am just going to guess that Speak with Animals is still active since combat was only... it wasn't that long.
Yeah, Speak with Animals is still
Like
active. You
15
guys are out of
seconds.
initiative order, so you don't have to worry about like travel distance or travel time or anything.
So without
So-
using message, because now there's really no threats in the room, Ez is just going to look up at the isopod. Can you show us that wall you were talking about? My friend over here, and he's going to point to Doc. My friend over here is pretty strong. He could probably knock down the wall for you.
Remind me, when you speak with animals, does it make you speak in their language, or they can just understand you?
You speak
I don't know that it
normally and
says
they can understand you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it's the most horrifying noises you've ever heard come out of a humanoid.
Sorry, from
being,
Ez's mouth.
but that's fine.
Just.
Are there any visible like restraints or chains on this thing? Or is it just willingly sitting here?
Visible, no, but as it responds to you, as it basically tells you that it has been here and stationary for so long that it's not made to be able to move. Its body is not built to be able to support its own weight under full gravity. It can't move unless it's in water and is able to have that like extra lightness. It was put here by these people and hasn't been able to move under its own strength. But it does tell you that if you, it knows that it was brought in from the room beyond, and that you'll recognize it. The wall is the far wall. If you go into the next room, they've plastered over it and they've tried to make it look like any other wall, but it is in fact just a facade, and in reality, it is just a thin barrier between this deep sea kind of underground operation and people beyond, or the sea beyond.
Ez would start leading the isopod to the wall, and he'll kind of like signal to Doc. Doc, you're gonna have to break down this wall over here. I'm not strong enough, but the isopod's our friend, and he wants to be back in the ocean, which is your friend. So that makes him your friend too.
Got it.
Ghana,
And
I don't know
so
if you
Doc,
can help, but if you want to smash the wall too, you're stronger than I am.
So the wall is in the next room. So
Yeah, we gotta go to the next
when you
room.
go into
Yeah.
the next room, you'll be able to see it and try
Yeah,
to
and
break that
Ez would
wall
like
down.
start like
Issue.
as he's walking to the next room, like talking back to the two to let them know.
If we break this wall down, this entire place is going to flood.
The isopod. Well, I guess he wouldn't hear you say that. He wouldn't. know
Ez
you
would
said
then look to the isopod and kind of relay like, so if we knock down the wall, are we gonna drown, or is it like an air cavern?
that. It will be dangerous, but I'm not going to do his voice. This is what he says. He explains to you.
I
that
love his voice
He will.
though.
Yeah. He
It's okay.
he
Come on,
explains to you
Steve.
that you guys can basically that he will try to help you. It will fill with water, but you guys can hold on. If you help him, he will allow you to hold on to his whiskers, and he will be able to swim you up to the surface. And while he can't stay at the surface for long, he can at least get you up to safety and onto a shore.
Wait, so then we just like end up drowning and killing everybody in these caverns?
Yeah, everybody else in here would die.
Well,
I mean, it sounds bad, but Ez wants to save the guy.
I mean, first of all, there weren't
probably-
that many people down here that you haven't already done
Well,
some
there's-
damage to.
tons of
But there were some.
innocents all sleeping on these beds.
Oh, that's true.
Now the
gonna
question is,
die
would
as soon
Ez
as
tell
he's
Ghana
disconnected
knowing
anyway.
what Ghana would think?
Yeah, I don't know. You have to wrestle with that. Maybe you
Ez,
could find a way to get someone to help him.
help him. Wait, what do you mean help him?
Like you could tell Luna, like, hey, go back and help get all these innocent people out of here. You know, sound the alarms. Tell them to get.
Yeah, but if we
get to
unhook them
safety
from
before-
the tubes, they might die anyway.
Well, they're gonna die
Yeah, you
anyway,
don't know
so
that.
they're lost.
Yeah, like from my
Yeah, you don't
understanding, they're
know.
well
If we
beyond their
try-
age.
If we unhook them, there is a chance that they might die. If we don't unhook them, there is a 100% chance they die.
Well, but
Yeah,
they're already like
it's
well
worth it.
past
You
their
can certainly
normal
try.
lifespan. Like they're humans that are 110 years old.
One
What are
of
the
them.
chances?
One of them.
One of them. Some of them are
was.
younger. Yeah, you don't
Oh,
know. Yeah, some of them might
okay.
still be able to live.
So Ez is
Well,
going to
let's
be
go-
conflicted and is going to message Doc in his head. So the Ohm is our friend and we want to let him go. But if we open the cavern, it's going to flood everything in here. And chances of people dying, well, are well, they're going to die. But it'll swim us to safety. We just have to hold on to its whiskers. Which even though they look slimy, I don't think they are.
Yeah, that's why I told you to hold the whiskers. That's the only part of it that's not covered in that slime.
Mm-hmm.
A lazy river filled with slime.
But I know
I gotta
but
say,
I
would
know
not be the
that
therapeutic experience. I
Ghana's
wanted
not
about
gonna want
rivers.
us to. Ghana's not gonna want us to you know, kill the people. So I don't know what to do. Because I want to save him. There's not a lot of ancient creatures
Got-
left.
Doc would look to. Doc was very conflicted, but not horribly so. He would shout to Luna, who he assumes is somewhere in the room, and say, "Can
Mhm.
you get everyone, all of these people, not the people in the beds, but can you get everybody, tell them to evacuate this building or this underground space?" He says that, and
Not
he
the people in the beds.
no. He says that, and then the conflict comes. I don't know what to do about the people in the beds. Like I ultimately I don't know what to do. They walked into they're dead. I mean, they're not coming
Luna
back.
kind
from
of looks at
this.
you. Like, do you want me to try unplugging one? I got to plug one. Like, there's one right here. They look kind of young.
Sure. I mean, yeah. Let's give them a fighting chance, I suppose. We can unplug them. If they
Here we
die,
go.
though, I'm not gonna feel bad about it.
Let's talk.
She's like, sounds good. And she goes, she pulls the plug on one, and you see this slime kind of spews everywhere for a second as the tube falls and the hose kind of falls on the ground. And you see the person kind of slowly, groggily opening their eyes, and they seem like they're in a little bit of a stupor as they kind of look around, and like, how long have I been in there? And she's like, I don't know, but you better get out of here if you don't want to drown. And they're like, what? She's like, look, just head that direction, and we'll let you know what to do once you get out. You'll make your way up through a bunch of caves and through a little root cellar, and you'll be out in this really fun circus. It'll be a blast. Just
Oh,
People
and
file in that way,
tell
buddy.
the ogre and the guy at the table by the painting that they need to get out. And we'll meet them in the circus tent. Or they're gonna
person
die.
just kind of
Down
groggily starts to stumble that direction, kind of confused, but just too tired to disagree.
How did these people get down here?
Oh, who are you asking? You're asking
Willingly.
me. I can't tell you.
Like, are we?
They paid
like,
for
this
the
guy should have
service.
known that information, right?
Oh, well, yeah, but she was just telling him anyway because he's all groggy and sleepy.
Because I was like, is there another door like we could get out of here?
Well, she also doesn't know if they were brought down here like blindfolded or something potentially. Like, so
Fair,
she didn't
fair.
want to
Mm,
assume.
no, secrecy. And then Luna,
Well-
can you just leave the rat person? I didn't like him.
You got it, boss.
He would
Want me to
totally
unplug the
say
rest of
that.
these guys?
Yeah, unplug them and lead them out, and then make sure that the ogre and the other guy playing chess get out. I don't remember their names, but They were fun.
Bartholomew.
Bartholomew
And the Goblin
and,
King.
and the
Bandit King.
the bandit king who threw bandits at us.
She says, "You got it, boss." Hey, and you see she kind of pauses, and her normal, very chipper attitude kind of gets a little more sincere for a moment. She says, "Hey, look, I don't know what's in that room up there. I don't know how safe it's going to be. I know this isn't your fight, and that you guys just kind of got dragged into this whole mess through some weird, set of circumstances. The fates brought you here. I don't know. You guys have me thinking about things like God and whether or not they're going to include me in future adventures that you guys go on. And look, all I'm trying to say is I appreciate it. Be safe. And if you have a chance to find me after you get out of this mess, I'd love to be able to thank you guys somehow. This means a lot to me and my people.
Meet us in the circus tent
gestures
above.
to all this. This isn't
see
who
you
we
in a
are,
minute.
guys. This is yeah. All right. And so she just starts going about doing her thing. She starts unplugging them all and telling them to leave and trying to
Ghana
form a
would
line and
help
get
unplug the
ushering people out. Cool. You managed to get all the people unplugged, and they're all kind of single file, kind of making a line slowly, like sleepy zombies, kind of slowly just following your direction. They're kind of really groggy, and as they make their way up the stairs and out that door back into the bottling room, you see her kind of look back at you guys. She tears a little bit of fabric off of her sleeve and puts it around her face to try and just make sure that she's a little bit protected going back into this bottling room. She gives you guys a thumbs up and follows them through, dragging behind her with a long rope the unconscious 2 guards and kobolds. And
Wow,
so
she's
she goes
strong.
through the door,
Girl
and you
works
see
out.
them like thumping up the stairs,
Back.
and she pulls them out as well, and they all disappear from view. And now it's just you guys and the great isopod in the room here. For copyright reasons, not a gnome.
I know, it's so hard not to
Doc
call
would-
it an ohm. It's so hard.
Doc would look to Ez and ask Ez, "Can you ask it if it knows the Lord of the Whales?"
Oh. He's gonna turn around. So, my friend here, his name is Storm. Do you know the Lord of the Whales, and do you know of a storm? I don't know how your communication works.
Oh, the Lord of the Whales. Oh, he's such a good friend. We always used to play poker together, and we'd have wonderful kelp dinners. Oh, me and the Lord of the Whales and that Marid, Nemo, we used to have the best barbecue.
Mm.
Such good people. I wonder what he's doing these days. He is a kind
I
whale.
want to warn you. When you go out into the ocean, there's a corruption going around. So be careful and try not to get hurt, because there's bad things in the waters now. So you're gonna have to be safe.
That's good to know. You speak of a storm. When I was out in the ocean, I did only hear the rumors of a great sailor, but that was long ago. He's surely long, long dead.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. I know he's alive though.
Surely. Sorry, I was thinking also about a captain of the guard in a city far away. Anyway.
This guy's doesn't probably know a lot, I'm assuming.
Not a lot. He
Ez
just kind
is-
of hears little bits and pieces from deep in the ocean about.
And Ez will
what's happening above.
look over to Doc and Ghana. So it's apparently best friends with the Lord of the Whales and Ghana, your Marid thing. Apparently it's
Yep.
it's like besties with them. I don't know. And then also it knows of a storm, but from what I can tell, since it didn't attack you, it doesn't know that you killed the Lord of the Whales. So you're in
I
the
can
clear.
hear you right now, Ez. Thanks.
It's literally able to hear everything you're telling
Yeah,
us.
thanks, Ez. Thanks.
But it doesn't know common, right? No?
Yeah, I think you could
Anything
control.
You say it understands.
Oh. Well, you didn't kill
And
one of the whales. I was just being funny. I'm just not funny.
That was a joke.
Yeah,
You
that was a
prevented.
big joke.
You tried to prevent it.
Imagine. Gotcha.
You tried to
And
prevent
then
it.
Ashton Kutcher jumps out.
You've been punked. It was a joke.
Roll initiative.
Right? No, I'm not.
I mean, just
I'm not
docking
going to sink you for that.
just docking the the creature. As just eating popcorn, just watching.
I would say
So you
let's head
kill
into
your
the
only
next
means of
room.
escape. Yeah. You guys want to head into the next room then?
Yeah.
All right. Great. So you do that. You guys, having kind of resolved this conversation, you know, as you go into this next room that you should expect to find what you don't really know anything beyond that. Beyond there's a room that has a wall that you need to break that will allow this underwater cavern to refill with the ocean, and then this isopod can return to its home and get you guys to safety. So you guys, where's my little controls here? Here we go. You guys walk into this next room. As you walk through these big doors, you find a massive wooden double door, which you slowly push open. And it is very ornate and grand. And as you step in, you see, well, basically a war room. Especially you, Doc, you would recognize. It has these huge stone walls that are covered in like beautiful fabrics and wallpaper, and they have shelves filled with ledgers and contracts and sealed chests, all kinds of treasures and ornate doodads. And in the middle of the room, there's also even like these massive sculptures. But in the middle is a map of the region, with on a huge round table with chairs around it. And you can see where it's marked, like these are maybe places that shipments are going or that people are stationed. You know, this is clearly where they do all their strategy as the people of the hand. You are looking across this room. That big war table is down a few steps. At the top of the steps, there's a couple of very strong looking guards standing in attention. And at the far end, you see on the other side of this table, about twice the size of a typical person, this man, very old looking, wearing a dark hat and dark sunglasses, very serious, just covered in strange like earrings and different jewelry. And he just kind of sits there looking completely unsurprised, reclining in his chair, staring at you guys from across the room. Just this presence of confidence and dripping with a sense of almost malice and almost mocking you with how unscared he looks. And lastly, you notice that behind him is a wall that's beautiful, and you notice there's light coming in. But more importantly, as you maybe start to get your bearings a little bit in this room, you notice that there's the ocean behind. This wall is thick glass, and through it, you're seeing water. You're seeing the ocean with just bits of light that's streaming through the ocean, managing to make its way through and into the room. And he just looks across the room at you, kind of laughs. Is it right? I wondered how long it might take for you guys to get through. Well, it's about time. And he stands up from his chair pretty quickly, pushing the chair back. It like clatters to the ground behind him. And he takes out from behind him these massive bottles filled with some kind of liquid. I suppose we better get to it. Hey guys, wanted to tell you about something we've got coming up. April 14th through 16th, the Campfires and Dragons crew is headed to the Nerd Culture Ministry Summit at Glen Erie Castle in Colorado Springs, Colorado. That's right, we'll be playing Dungeons and Dragons in a castle with a bunch of Christians. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have a table for beginners. We're going to have a table for more experienced players. We're even going to be offering a table for people who want to try out Daggerheart. So if that's something that you're interested in, we're going to have a whole variety of different options, and it'll be a chance for you to play D&D with Christians in a real castle. Not only that, but the Nerd Culture Ministry Summit as a whole is a conference that's designed to help people use their nerdy passions and interests for the kingdom. So if that sounds at all interesting to you and you'd like to hear from keynotes like Butch Hartman, the creator of Fairly Odd Parents, you can come spend the day, hear the keynotes, check out the workshops, and then play D&D with us in the evenings. It'll be a true blast. Plus, our friends at Emberglow will have merch there. You'll be able to pick up some new dice and stuff if that's something you're into. So if that sounds at all interesting, head to ncnsummit.com. That's ncmsummit.com. You can pick up your ticket, see a list of all the keynotes, all the details. We'd love to see you there.